A brazen robber posing to sell candy along with 3 other people are still on the loose tonight.
What happens when the homeowner meets with robbers in their homes? Do the thieves walk away with something, or do the homeowners thwart the robbery?
Someone trying to break in again.
The jury is still out. Watch till the end of the video to know more. Let's dig in. Number 1. The hard struggle. A crook was rummaging through the homeowner's car. The man saw the action on the camera and raced outside to save his car. He shoved the robber out of the car and started wrestling with him. To save his buddy, a crook joined in on the action. The two were unfairly fighting with the homeowner when another robber popped into the scene. The trio kicked and punched the homeowner, who was now sprawled on the ground from the ambush. The crooks left without the car, but not without taking all of their frustration out on the homeowner. Number 2. The stressful clash. The homeowner had left her car running when she went inside the house. She was bringing something back when she spotted something bizarre. Her car was moving out of the driveway slowly. Then it hit her. There was a robber inside, and the woman yelled out to her husband, who came running out the door. He threw himself in the passenger seat, which spooked the robber. He crashed the car into the fire hydrant behind and raced out of the car. Just then, the woman brought out the handgun and handed it to her husband. He aimed it at the robber and started smacking him, ripping his shirt apart. After taking a few punches, the crook managed to escape, thanks to his buddy, who was waiting in a car a few feet away. Number 3. Halt the brakes. This man's face is blurred upon request. He was recorded dropping off a Christmas gift to his friend, leaving his car running. The man was gone for 8 seconds when a car pulled up beside his car. A crook got out and seated himself in the man's car. When the engine roared, the man looked back to see his car getting stolen. He raced to the scene and stood in front of the thieves. The crook tried running him over a couple of times, but the man hopped on the bonnet instead, banging at the glass. He then threw the gift at the thief out of sheer frustration. That startled the robber and he got out. But before the man could catch him, the thief ran back to his car and the duo darted out of the scene. Number 4. Family gets robbed. This family was loading their car with luggage when a car pulled up a few feet away from them. 2 crooks got out and ambushed the family with pepper spray. The family was left startled as the robbers grabbed the unattended luggage and dragged it to their car. The man tried fighting with the thief while the woman attacked the crook with the luggage. One of them even fell in the struggle. The other snatched a suitcase back from the car and rolled it back. The car fled the scene, but the family managed to hold down a robber, ripping his hoodie apart. It didn't last long, and he, too, fled the scene. Number 5. The handy baseball bat. When the homeowner saw a bunch of robbers stealing from his home, he raced outside with a baseball bat in his hands. The frightened robbers raced back to their getaway car in panic, with the homeowner trailing behind them. The man sent a few good swings at the car with his bat, but the robbers managed to roll out of there unharmed. Number 6. The Unlucky Crook. A robber hopped over the gate and slipped into the house. He started skimming through things to steal. Just then, the homeowner's car pulled up outside, scaring the robber senseless. He started pacing around the house in panic, trying to find a place to hide. In a hurry, the robber sneaked to the other side. When the man opened the door, the thief tried climbing up the wall, but the homeowner was too close for him to hop out. So, he waited for the man to move and then casually walked out of the front door. Luck wasn't by his side, though. He went out and met face to face with the homeowner. The man didn't hesitate to throw a few hard slaps at the robber, who fell, trying to take cover. Number 7. Chasing the robber. When this man got back home, he parked his car in the driveway and got out to check his mail. Just then, he saw a man hiding in the bushes carrying a bag that looked suspiciously like his. He was walking out of the house casually, pretending to look normal. When the homeowner confronted the thief, he started running with the man hot on his heels. The two fought for a while, but the thief hit him and ran away. The homeowner was recorded limping back to his car to chase the thief, but he was long gone. Number 8. The rough encounter. A couple was walking by the road when they noticed a package near the entrance. The woman marched up to the unattended box, picked it up, and ran off. The homeowners saw the whole scene on her camera. They raced outside to confront the package thieves, who straight up denied the allegation. The homeowner told them that they had caught them on tape and forced the porch pirates to spill out the truth. They claimed that they thought it was trash and handed back the package. Whether they looked sorry or not, the homeowner had already called the cops. They were arrested shortly after. Number 9. The male Karen. A guy saw a bike parked in the backyard and started planning to steal it. He checked out the fence door to see if the bike would pass through and then for bike locks. This gave enough time for the homeowner to come out and confront the thief. But when he asked the crook, he straight up denied it. The two squabbled for a few seconds until the homeowner shows the tape to the crook. He then grabbed his shirt's collar, and the thief admitted his crime right there and then. The homeowner let go for a moment, and the thief darted out of there. Number 10. The robber who returned. The homeowner had turned a battered old bus into a studio. The robber got a hint of that and marched his way down to the vehicle. He stole over $2,500 worth of equipment and fled the scene. A few hours later, the robber returned with a rag to wipe his fingerprints clean from the crime scene. But the homeowner caught the robber this time. He lunged forward at the crook using his daughter's playhouse. The robber wasted no time in fleeing the scene as the homeowner went back to throw a chair after the pesky thief. Number 11. The bicycle thief. A man sneaked his way inside the garage and stole a girl's bicycle. He was on his way out of the driveway when the homeowner came running after him. He shoved the bicycle, throwing the crook off balance. The homeowner tried wrestling with the robber to hold him down, but the guy sprinted out of there. Number 12. The Hiding Crook. This woman was startled when she saw a scuffle of the cops outside her house. Things soon escalated, and the cops were getting ready to send the K9 down to her backyard. The problem was that her husband was on the call with someone there. Scared that the ferocious dog would attack her husband, she told it all to the officers. The police held the dog back and raided the backyard. That's when they found a robber hiding in the bushes about 30 feet from where the husband was standing. The neighbors had seen the crook hop into the backyard. If the cops had been a minute late, it could have been a very different story. Number 13. The Lawn Hitter. Thieves came in 2 cars trying to steal the workers' tools. The man saw it all from a distance, and so when they tried to scurry away, he ambushed them, forcing a thief to roll out of the vehicle. The lawn worker made sure that he took this sweet chance to beat up the crook. But he didn't have to waste his breath on the pesky thief. The crook was already pretty clumsy and kept falling to the ground. The guy couldn't even stand straight for a single second. Soon enough, his buddies came to the rescue and the crook ran back to them. Number 14. The Dog Thief. The homeowner was on a call when a crook sneaked up to his house's entrance. The dumb thief saw the dog through the metal grill and tried to call the K9 to him. He even tried lifting it up the gate. And when it didn't work, the robber climbed up the gate to drag the dog out of the house. The homeowner was on his way out when he saw the thief pulling up tricks. He raced back to the entrance, shoved him to throw the man on the ground, and rescued his dog from getting stolen. Number 15. The Brazen Home Invasion. A guy popped up at the house claiming that he was a candy seller. When the homeowner opened the door, a group of thieves ambushed the entrance and raided the home. The fake candy seller just walked back out of the exit, leaving his buddies to tend to the homeowner. Number 16. The Tough Confrontation. A thief saw the car running and raced to it to grab the sweet chance of stealing it. Just then, the homeowner walked out of the entrance with his baby girl in his hands. As he saw the stranger getting in his car, he rushed towards the passenger's side and confronted the thief. It didn't work though, and the crook started the car, reversing it. The homeowner almost got dragged back onto the road. But when he saw the man and his daughter being pushed back, the thief stopped the car and ran off. The car hit the wall when the robber fled with the car running. Number 17. The Brawl in the Garage. The homeowner was minding his own business in the garage when a crook raced towards him. He grabbed him by his neck and started punching him, but the homeowner didn't back down. He wrestled with the crook, forcing his gun to drop on the floor. Getting all panicky, the robber tried to grab the gun back, but the brawl got even more fierce. The two fought and fought until they fell to the ground. The robber had somehow gotten hold of his gun, but it was a losing battle for him because the homeowner was on top of him, fighting to get it back. He somehow snatched the gun and ran outside, aiming it back at the crook. Number 18. The Successful Escape. A man had just parked his car in the driveway when he spotted something unusual. An SUV was blocking his driveway. That's when he realized that he had caught the crooks on his tail from the bank. Out of the SUV came 3 armed crooks. They ambushed the car and tried their best to open the doors. One of them even dropped his hoodie from his face to shove the door open. But the homeowner had smartly locked himself shut inside the car. He waited for a few seconds and then drove off out of the driveway and onto the road. The robbers raced back to their car and fled the scene. Number 19. The dangerous attempt. This guy saw an intruder in his driveway standing close to his truck. When he raced back outside, the crook was already inside. The homeowner tackled the thief into the street, holding him in a tight grab. The duo was wrestling, and the homeowner had no plans of letting the thief go. But the crook's buddy drove the getaway car back and sped straight into the fighting duo. The thief slipped away, but the homeowner wasn't that fast. He would have been dragged back into the driveway if he hadn't hopped onto the bonnet in time. The crooks fled the scene soon after. Number 20. The Failed Robbery. 3 masked men smashed the front door, raided the house, and snatched a pair of car keys. Just then, the homeowner walked down the stairs to spot the 3 crooks staring back at him. The trio sprinted out of the exit, but one of them tried to steal the car. He couldn't start it, and the man got stuck facing the family. The homeowner and his family then catered well to the robber. Number 21. The Brazen Robbery Attempt. This family was right outside their door when a crook walked up to the porch. He was joined by his partner a few seconds later. The thug searched the homeowner's pockets as he pushed the men around. When one argued, the crook wasted no time smacking a punch across his face. The family was forced down on the ground as the robbers took out things to steal. They walked off after a few seconds with stolen goods. Number 22. The Gentle Confrontation. The homeowner was alerted on his phone from the motion detector in his driveway. The crook was trying to steal gas from the homeowner's car. The man and his wife walked out of the house with guns in their hands. They thought an armed intruder was lurking nearby, but the crook had already run back to his car. The homeowner confronted him, but the thief straight up denied the allegation. A few seconds later, he sprinted, ditching his girlfriend and dog in the car behind. Number 23. Caught red-handed. A thief was sniffing out things to steal on the porch when a silent alarm ran off. The homeowner came rushing out with a gun and confronted the thief. The man denied stealing, but the homeowner wasn't buying into his lies. He held the thief down until the cops arrived and took him into custody. Number 24. The Dumb Teenagers. A group of young robbers raided the driveway of a house and broke into the truck. They skimmed through things to steal and found the garage opener inside. A couple of minutes later, the crooks opened the door and invaded the garage. They snooped around for a little bit, looking for things to steal. But the scuffle had caused the homeowner to wake up, who did not shy away from being loud. Hearing the alarming noise, the crooks ran out of the driveway, grabbing whatever they could. The homeowner chased them out with his gun drawn, but the crooks had already sat in the car. So, the man didn't fire, but the group got so panicky that they crashed their getaway car into a parked vehicle. The car flipped over due to the heavy impact, but the robbers fled the scene. Number 25. Mom with the Shotgun. This guy parked the car in this home's backyard and started to act frantic at the house door. He banged and shoved at the entrance, screaming hysterically. Nobody knows what the guy was aiming to do, but his plans were foiled by the homeowner. When the intruder broke down the door, she picked up her shotgun. She didn't even have to fire it. The sound alone was enough to send the robber out of the exit in panic. The man ran to his car and sped off. Number 26. The Violent Group of Crooks. A group was recorded on the doorbell camera, forcing the homeowner to open the door lock. The thieves ran out of the house and stole a bunch of items, leaving the guy injured and his family scared. Number 27. Snatch and Steal. A woman had just come home and was walking back to her porch. Her face is blurred because the woman asked to keep her identity hidden. She had no clue that a couple of crooks were on her tail. They came rushing to her and snatched her purse and phone. The 2 crooks then got back into their getaway car and fled the scene. The woman reported that the crooks used her credit card at a store the same afternoon. Number 28. The Daylight Robbery. A man was minding his business when two scrawny crooks hopped the fence in his backyard. They snatched his necklace and went off running out the same way they came. The man could not do anything but watch the armed thieves bolt the scene with his necklace. Number 29. The almost successful robbery. A couple of crooks were recorded meddling with a car on the driveway, but the alarm on the car ran off halfway into their robbery attempt. The blaring siren scared the thieves and brought the homeowner out into the yard. He had his gun handy, so he wasn't shy of using it. He aimed it at the thieves, who scrambled back to their car and bolted the scene. Number 30. Smile loser. The homeowner had enough of the robbers dropping by and stealing from his car, so this time he set up a trap for the crook. Soon enough, he dropped by the house. When he bent down to steal the catalytic converters from the vehicle, the thief found a note saying, "Smile loser." The fact that he spent a few good minutes with his foolish antics makes it 10 times funnier. He looked at it and fled, taking the note with him. Number 31. The bike stealer. A guy found a thief stealing his bike from his backyard and trying to sell it online. So, he followed his trail to confront him. The man stopped at the side road to ask about the bike. The crook was in the middle of selling it when the man called him out for stealing it. The thief got all panicky and pulled out his knife. So, the guy went back to his car and pulled out a gun. That was enough to send the crook running for his dear life. Number 32. The pesky crook. A woman had just come home when a crook sped up to surprise her with a gun. She was startled but stood her ground against the pesky robber. He tried snatching it from the woman, but she kept tugging it away from him. In the end, the robber did manage to get his hands on something. He fled the scene, but not without smacking the woman. Number 33. Called out in the act. A thief was recorded on the camera trying to snatch the mail outside. The homeowner called out to her through the camera, which startled the thief. She then bowed her head down and darted out of the exit. Number 34. The gunpoint robbery. A man was just coming home when a couple of thugs ambushed him. The crook showed his gun and tried to throw a low kick at the homeowner. The man responded by trying to wrestle him off, but the crook spun him and threw him on the ground. His friend dropped by to steal the things from the homeowner, and the duo sprinted out of the exit. Number 35. The secret tip. This crook fancied plants and was willing to steal from other people to decorate his yard. So, he took a couple of trips to this man's house and stole whatever he got his dirty hands on. From small potted plants to expensive pots and even a 150-pound garden fountain, the crook dragged a big tree out of the homeowner's house. Seeing his plants getting stolen every other day, he tracked the thief down. The man simply put air tags into his plants, and the crook took the bait and fell for the trap. The cops arrested the guy the next day. Number 36. The erratic thief. This weird guy had hopped into the backyard and started acting quite bizarre. He may or may not have come to steal, but he was set on jumping out the wall, the same way he had come inside. At one point, he even tried to hide behind the shed. You'd think he was hiding from someone, but that's not what he had in mind. The homeowner crawled out of her door, and the robber just stared back at the woman as if she was the intruder. He started walking up to her, and the woman just ran back inside out of fear. He kept walking shamelessly, turned around, and tried hopping the wall again. This time, he succeeded and fled the scene. Number 37. Stealing signs. The homeowner was pretty tired of seeing his signs getting stolen by random strangers. So, he set the sign with a fishing wire. The bait attracted another thief who wrestled with the sign for a few seconds before running away. The homeowner caught it all on tape and rushed outside to track down the thief. The duo passed the house twice with the homeowner hot on the crook's heels. The thief's friend joined in on the action too, and the two pushed the homeowner, running off to a nearby building. Number 38. The terrible encounter. The homeowner was inside when the carjackers decided to rob his car. As the vehicle roared, the man came running out the exit to save his car from the crooks. Just as he opened the door, the pesky thieves hit reverse. The strong force dragged the man into the brick wall of the house and threw him on the ground. The robbers then fled the scene with the car. That's all, folks. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button. Which one of these failed robberies was your favorite? Let us know in the comments down below. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.